So before we begin, I just want to give you a quick disclaimer that this video is not paid for by DJI, but I did get sent this drone to test out before its release. So with that said, I will mark this video as a sponsored video, even though it's not actually sponsored, but I did get to test out the drone before the actual release date. Great. Boys and girls, it is finally here. The DJI MAVIC 4 Pro, and the DJI RC Pro 2. You know, when I started to fly drones way back in 2017, we had the DJI MAVIC Pro. And the cool thing with that drone was that it had a lot of great features that has been lacking in the previous drones that DJI has released. And one of those things is true vertical shooting. And as you can see here on the camera, it can rotate in 360 degrees. You can also tilt it up 70 degrees, which means that you can get those almost from down to earth and straight up kind of shots. And being able to tilt the entire sensor to the side to capture the vertical shots means that you don't have to crop in post anymore. Another cool thing with the drone is that whenever you fold it out, it starts up instantly. So you don't have to start it up by the press of a button, it just does that for you. It's not even a complicated thing. It's just one of those things that makes it faster for you to get the bird up into the air. There's 3 different sensors up top on the drone and another 3 in the bottom of the drone. And of course, there's also a forward-facing LiDAR that they've actually put on one of the arms. And one of the cool things that I like with those sensors is that you can actually see them. You can see what the drone is seeing when you're up in the air in the remote. And talking about the remote, wow. Take a look at this piece of beauty right here. Check this out. So when you fold it up, it instantly boots up for you. Once again, one of those simple things that just makes things easier. But this right here is probably the best thing. Oh, it auto rotates the camera when you're rotating the display. I can't tell you how long I've waited to have something like this whenever I'm flying a drone. And also, just look at the fact that when you're folding it down, you can see that the sticks comes folding down as well. This remote definitely feels like it's thought through for drone operators and people that are using this as a professional tool, that this combo actually is. And what I got right here is actually a part of the Creator Combo. So you get this remote when you buy the Creator Combo, and this drone, which is a DJI MAVIC 4 Pro with a 512 gigabyte internal memory. You also get a fast charger that can charge up to 240 watts, combined with 3 intelligent flight batteries, and then of course a couple of props that you can use for your drone if you were to break one. It just makes things so much easier whenever you're out flying and you don't have to think about memory cards. It's one of those things, one of those worries that goes away. Unfortunately, you can't shoot in RAW, which I would have loved, because come on, who wouldn't like to have the option of actually shooting in RAW? Now the main camera has improved from 4K to 6K, and you can shoot 6K up to 60 FPS, which is actually very impressive for a camera this size. But then again, all the computing happens in this space. And for someone that loves drones, I didn't feel the need to actually go up to 6K, but I can see the use of it, especially when you want to crop in on stuff. It just makes things a little bit more crispy than 4K when you scale it down to 4K. Then again, most people are probably consuming this kind of content on their smartphone. But I want to show you something here that I think you're going to be able to see. So right here, this is the reason why I don't have the lens cover on, is a preparation for something. I think it's an electronic ND that is going to be right here, because it feels like those golden pegs that is the same on the Ronin and all the other DJI stuff that has these automated click-on things. And obviously this is just a professional guess, and the resolution of the main camera is 100 megapixels, which means that you can capture some incredibly high detailed photos. Check this out. That's pretty pretty high detail. The overall camera layout is pretty much the same as the Mavic 3, but you have the medium tele, which is a 70mm focal length with a 50 megapixel sensor, and then you have the 168mm camera with a 48 megapixel sensor. But the 168mm, oh wow, those parallax shots that you're able to get with that, looks so freaking good. So if you're shooting in 4K, you're gonna be able to shoot in 60 FPS with both the tele lenses and 120 FPS with the main camera. But if you go up to 6K, you're limited to 60 FPS with the main camera. But I'm gonna be honest to say that me personally, I never use slow-mo when filming with a drone. So for me, it doesn't feel necessary to have 6K 120, not only because it eats storage, but also because you usually speed up drone shots rather than slow them down. And when it comes to the picture profiles, you have the D-Log, which is my personal favorite. I love that. You can do so much with the D-Log footage in post, but you also have the D-Log M and the HLG modes, HLG. Enough with all the talks, let's see how this actually performs, because if it has all these sensors and has improved active track, you sure as hell know that we got to do a test. I'm gonna mark me, I'm gonna hit active track, and I'm gonna hit record, and now we're just gonna walk. Now we're gonna see how the drone performs, and I'm gonna trust this thing with all its sensors, you know? I'm not gonna look back. I'm not gonna look at the remote. The only thing I will know is if we hear a then it's gonna be done. But all the other drones that I've tried so far in this forest has actually performed incredibly well. I mean, like the Mini 4 Pro, the DJI Air 3, the Air 3S. I hope that this is gonna be on par with those, but we're gonna have to see. So far it feels good though. And man, it's beautiful, right? Let's see if we keep going for a bit, and then we're gonna jump down here, see if it follows us. Oh, it did. Nice. Point the Mavic. Okay, let's go around the rock here on the right and see if it follows. Oh, here we go. Nice. Evasion. Now we're gonna do a little bit of a run, see if it follows us. Whoop. Come on. Here we go. Still on us? I don't know. Let's hope so. No crash. Oh, you're there. Wow. Okay. I gotta say, like, I gotta look through the footage, but the feeling that I got right now is that this has got to be the best active track that I've tried as of yet. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a test. Come on, no freaking way. Still there? Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. This is, so far, 10 points out of 10. And my cardio is no doubt 0 out of 10. So one of the main reasons why I do these tests is just to see how good it actually is. Most of you would probably not put a drone in this particular situation, but I also think it's a very good test to see how good the active track improvement actually has been. And this is by no means a small drone, but it was zipping through those trees like a breeze. Hey, that rhymed, Tom. That one was for you. Things I really like about this remote is that you can see, even though I'm standing in bright sunlight right now. So even if I were to turn it like this, I'm still able to see what is on the actual monitor. without it being too dim. The brightness of this thing is 2000 nits and it's a total of 7 inches. It also has a built-in microphone. You have HDMI, you have USB-C and micro SD, but it also has a built-in memory of 128 gigabytes. So this is a beast of a remote. I might have to revert my statement that I like the 6x lens a lot more, because I think it's very hard. It depends on what it is that you're shooting. I mean, like sometimes the 1x lens or the main lens is going to be the best option, but then for a different shoot you might go for the 2.5x lens and then you go for the 6x lens. It all depends on what it is that you want to capture, what kind of feeling, what kind of emotion that you want to invoke in the viewer. Because with the parallax you get this a little bit larger than life kind of shot, but with the super wide angle lens then you get the action packed shots. So it's a little bit different depending on what it is that you want to achieve. I gotta say it's very hard to choose. I mean, like flying on and off, and they're all good. So it's currently 22:45 right now, and I want to test the low light capabilities because apparently they have improved it quite a bit on the Mavic 4. And just want to see like how good is it when there's basically no light, because the only lights I got now is from the house and then a little bit from the sky over here. So we're gonna see how it performs. Good thing I've been building a freaking helipad. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to increase the brightness on the outdoor lights just a little bit. Now, for those of you that are interested in all the tech that I got around my house, you should definitely check out my smart home tech video that is coming soon. But if you want to see last year's, I'm going to drop a link in the description. So looking at the monitor right now, you can see that when we're shooting with the main camera, we have a lot of visibility when it comes to the lights that is on the house. But if we go up to the 2.5 camera, then we're losing a whole lot. You can see the TV in there, but it's dim when it comes to the outside. And then if we crunch up a bit more, you can see that we lose even more light. So if you want to fly in low light scenarios, then it's definitely going to be the main camera that you want to stick with. So this video is more of a hands-on rather than a review kind of video, mainly because I wanted to test out the features that I'm the most interested of. But I will make a comparison towards the Mavic 3 Pro and see what the biggest differences are and how much better the Mavic 4 actually is when comparing the two side by side. So I did think that this was going to be way more expensive than what it actually is. It feels like DJI has been pushing the prices hard. If you want to buy the creator combo with the DJI RC Pro 2, it comes in at 3,539 euros.
Hello. I gotta say, I'm actually kind of impressed with the low light capabilities of this drone.